Hello, Calvary Church Pro Missions Group. Thank you so much for letting me tell you a little bit about what's going on out here. You guys are phenomenal, and thank you so much for your prayers for us and people that are serving the Lord all over the country, all over the world. This COVID issue has been pretty severe out here and across the world, but it seems to particularly hit pretty hard out here on the Navajo Nation. And there's some things that we're involved with Across Nations that's I think is doing a phenomenal job in reaching people in need. The Navajo Nation is the size of West Virginia, and the population is somewhere between 225,000 to 350,000 that live on the nation. You would think that it would be easy for people to social distance and stay clean and wash, but there's limited water supplies. A lot of the families don't have any running water, and so as a result, this COVID thing has hit very hard with the Navajo people. Hey, Chuck, what are you doing here?
Hey, good to see you, Brent.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for inviting me over.
Well, it is your house. Thanks for coming.
Well, you told me I get to talk to the friends out at Calvary Church, and yes. I just wanted to see how much older they look.
They look good, don't they?
They do. Yes.
I'm impressed.
Well, we've got our fingers in lots of different things. Just this weekend, we're hosting the Franklin Graham Samaritan's Purse people here on the Navajo Nation. They are going to be sending some doctors and nurses here, and we're so excited about that. We're also talking to them about sending some of their chaplains from their Franklin Graham's emergency teams and training some of our people in chaplaincy programs. And so we're working really hard to work with pastors all across the reservation to identify the most needy people in their communities. Yeah. And then we send food boxes to their church, and then they deliver that food out to people in need. This group's called the Navajo Nation Christian Response Team. We've been able to deliver probably close to 3,500 boxes of food just in the past several weeks. So that's been a lot of fun and a lot of work. So we have probably 150 volunteers, at least 15 organizations working together to make this happen.
One of the problems with COVID and the way this has really affected this nation particularly is because of the comorbidities that are in this society. We have a tremendous problem with diabetes and all kinds of other health issues. And then you throw in a disease like COVID, and it just has astronomical effects on the community as a whole.
And oftentimes, one of the problems it's been so bad here is families are living in like three generations in one 2-bedroom house.
Right.
And so when you have 12, 15 people living all under one roof, 3 generations, that disease is going to spread, and they don't have food, and so they're more at risk, and that's what we're finding.
Yeah. And Chuck, with these NNRC food baskets that we're giving out, we're putting in there the whole gospel presentation through little pamphlets.
So every box gets a little track, a story of one of our young people that's here working on our staff, and just a gospel presentation. So everybody gets to have something in their hand that they can read about that tells them about the life-changing message of Christ.
That's right. I love it.
We also, just this week, we have the Franklin Graham Crusade people here and the Samaritan's Purse. They're actually here this very weekend talking about the hospital. You know, Brent, there's so many wonderful things happening here. I think we could sum it all up to say God is at work here on the Navajo Nation. This is a moment like I've never seen before. I'm a 3rd-generation missionary here. I've never seen the level of people open to the gospel. We have a Christian president and vice president who are eager to let their people know about Jesus and how he's the only one. We're excited to see what God's going to do with turning this tragedy into something beautiful.
How can we ask the prayer warriors in this group at Calvary to pray for us here and for these people?
I think pray that God would show us the wisdom to know exactly how to respond. You know, we just need his wisdom because we have so many opportunities. We don't know where to say no, and sometimes. So that would be a really good prayer.
Wisdom. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Pro Missions Group. You guys are such a blessing. Just to know that you guys are there to pray for us and support us. We just thank you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't. Mm-hmm. And as for the most important thing I wanted to talk about,